Did you think new construction homes are the best type of homes to buy? I beg to differ. And this video will explain to you why there are many benefits to a resale home or a previously owned home that new construction just can't touch. So we're going to cover 4 of them in this video for you. By the way, I'm Andre, your Cali Valley realtor and area expert, consistently giving you valuable content covering Central Valley cities, their new construction, and tips and tools for your successful relocation out here. So subscribe if you're interested, because I'm doing all the research for you so you don't have to. Now, let's do this. Okay, now the first place resale homes smack new construction in the face is in the contract or the purchase agreement. The new construction purchase agreement is going to easily be over 70 pages long. Some can even be over 100 pages, and everything in that contract is worded to the builder's advantage. So it's best to review this information well so you understand what you're getting into. Now, this purchase agreement is also separate from all the other documentation you will have to review before purchasing a new construction home. And this paperwork as well can be up to 200 to 300 more pages long. Now, let's compare that to a purchase agreement used to buy a resale or a previously owned home. This agreement is only 26 pages long, and most of it is boilerplate text that doesn't give an advantage to either party. That's all worked out in the terms and negotiation between the buyer and the seller. There's no one side that has an advantage in the contract, unlike with the new builder where it's completely one-sided. So when you compare the two contracts, it's much more advantageous to purchase a resale home. Plus, there's way less exposure and risk you're taking on with a resale home, simply because you have a choice to negotiate the terms of the offer and aren't being dictated to about the terms of the purchase through the new builder's purchase agreement. Now let's check out the second one, the move-in timeline. Now, when a new construction home, the timeline can vary depending on how far they are into the building process of the home that you want to buy. If the home is move-in ready, which is pretty rare in new construction, you could close on it in as little as 1 to 2 months. Typically though, the homes aren't move-in ready because they've been marketing them forever. Even before the foundations were laid, they've been marketing these lots. And when this happens, it could take between 6 months to a year to move into your new home because it has to be built. Many builders actually give themselves up to 2 years to have your home completed, and you have zero recourse if you're not happy with it. So just understand, new construction homes are done on the builder's timeline. They are not concerned about yours. Now let's compare that with the resale home. Depending on if it's vacant and your method of payment, you can actually purchase and move into a resale home in a matter of weeks. Typically, if you're getting funding for your purchase, you can expect the escrow and closing process to last about a month to 2 months. So the opportunity, regardless, to move into a resale will happen much faster than with a new construction, which is another huge benefit to resale homes because predictability, certainty, and the closing of a process are always things that people appreciate. This video helping? If you're moving out here, it's not nearly as helpful as my city relocation sites are. They cover 5 popular cities out here, teaching you all about the city, buyer education, and incentives to save money on your move, and so much more. The links are in the description. Check them out. Now, the third huge advantage we're going to look at for resale homes is the predictability of your mortgage payment. Now, with new construction, if the home isn't ready to be moved in when you go to purchase it, in which it rarely is, you really don't have an accurate way to tell when the home will be completed. And the interest rates you use to get pre-approved prior to going into contract with the builder can look totally different by the time you're ready to lock in your interest rate prior to closing. Now, this usually happens between 30 and 60 days out from actually closing on the home, but it has to be built first. So there's much less predictability when it comes to financial planning with new construction because you really don't know where interest rates will be at when you're ready to close, and this is a huge factor determining what your mortgage payment will be and how you can financially plan your life going forward. Now, compare that to a resale home. When you go to get pre-approved prior to starting your home search, in some cases you could pretty much lock in your rate right then if you want. But even if you decide to wait till you have picked a home and have gotten your offer accepted, you will have a much better idea of where the interest rates are going to be because you're only looking maybe a month or so out depending on how quickly you find your house. Now, this allows you to be much more accurate with your future planning expenses since your mortgage will be much more predictable than with a new construction where you could be sitting around for 6 to 12 months before you've even had a chance to even consider locking in your interest rate to find out where your mortgage will be. A lot can happen with interest rates when you're looking at a 6-month period or more, and this happens often with new construction. Now, the fourth huge advantage to resale is they got backyards already installed. Yes, a resale will already have a backyard installed. When you buy a new construction home, not only are they more expensive once you've added in all your upgrades, but the backyards are never completed. Your purchase of that new construction home means you come home to dirt, and it's your responsibility to absorb another additional expense to have a backyard installed too. Now, I know of backyard setups costing over $100,000, and that's without a pool, depending on how fancy you want to make it. In a resale home, this isn't an issue. You may find things about the backyard you would like to change or update, but it's going to have a yard already and will typically require much less of an expense to modify than what you will be required to do for a new construction home. This is another place where a resale home completely smacks around a new construction home, and another one of the huge advantages to resale. So if this video helped, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to know more about relocating out to the Central Valley. You got questions or comments, or planning to move tomorrow or 2 months from now, hit me up. I'm happy to help. Until next time, I will see you in the next video.